everybody, welcome back to my channel. I'm Danielle and this is Danielle's Books. Thanks for stopping by. This is going to be a book haul. My husband and I neither of us have done a book haul in quite a while because we've been on a book buying ban since like October, I think. So this is very exciting. This is technically like a Christmas book haul. These are all books gifted to me during Christmas. I asked for a lot of books this year. A lot of people in my family knew that we weren't buying books for a while, so everyone was like, we're just going to pick out books and get them for you. So some of these I personally asked for, and some of them are a little bit more of like a wild card, but a book is a book, so I'm excited about it. And before we get started, don't forget to subscribe to this channel because I would love to have you, and also give this video a thumbs up if you like book hauls. Also, this is probably going to be the first of a few different hauls because we also got some gift cards to Half Price Books and Barnes & Noble. And so Zach and I are planning to go there next week and go book shopping. So yay, I'm so excited. And we'll also be filming come book shopping with me videos when we go to both of those places. So good stuff. And let's start with like thriller and horror, because I actually got some like literary fiction and just like general fiction books, but I'm gonna start with thriller and horror like I said. And let's start with One of the Girls by Lucy Clark. This one was kind of a cover pick from me. This is one that I did request. I will say the books that I asked for were books that I probably wouldn't have like spent my own money on, and so I picked some that were like on my wish list for a while, and then a couple of oddballs. So this one says, one of us is a liar, one of us is a stranger, one of us is a cheater, but which one of us is a killer? That right there sounds super intriguing to me. I love that blurb so much. It says, this scorching thriller signals the arrival of a major breakout talent. One of the girls examines the pressures and joys of female friendship, as well as the deadly consequences when a relationship goes wrong. So this book automatically looks super atmospheric from the cover, and it's a little bit longer for a thriller, but that's okay. And I'm just really excited to read this one. So this will definitely be on a TBR at some point in 2023. I have no doubt about that. So the first one was One of the Girls. I think that one was from my mom. My mom got a lot of these, and also my mother-in-law got a lot of these. Next up, we have Malice House by Megan Shepherd. This was another one that I requested because I love the cover so much, and I've heard really good reviews for this one. This one says, it's a complex tale of dark magic and family secrets that emerge when a woman attempts to settle the estate of her father, an acclaimed horror novelist. Eek, that sounds so good. I just can't wait. Oh, I can't wait to have new books. I'm so excited. Oh my gosh. This one just sounded really good. And like I said, I heard good reviews for it. So again, this one will probably be on a TBR, I'm sure, at some point in 2023, probably earlier in the year. And also this one looks very atmospheric from the cover. It's so pretty. I love the like coloring of it. This is not a normal, this like grayish, like brown color. This is not like a normal or a very frequent color tone that you see in books. So that was one that I was really excited about. Next up, let's go with Cursed Bunny. And this one is by Bora Chung. This is a collection of stories. This one I had originally heard of from Gabby's channel, Gabby Reads, and then I immediately was like, okay, why not? Also, my favorite color is purple, so this cover is just like giving me everything I need. And yeah, this is just a collection of stories. Let me see if there's a little something in here. A genre-defying collection of short stories by Korean author Bora Chung. Blurring the lines between magical realism, horror, and science fiction, Chung uses elements of the fantastic and surreal to address the very real horrors and cruelties of patriarchy and capitalism in modern society. That sounds so good. I'm so intrigued by this, and it's not super long, so this is another one that I personally asked for. So, yay! I'm excited. All right, another one that I got is Our Wives Under the Sea by Julia Armfield. This was one that was in the horror, what was it? Goodreads Choice Awards. This was in the horror category. It was one of the top 10, I think. Don't quote me on that. I know that it was in the top 20. But this cover is so beautiful. Oh my gosh. I can't wait to read this one. I heard that this isn't super, like, horrifying, though. I don't think that it's, like, I think it's, like, maybe a little bit more literary horror, but, again, I'm not totally sure on that. It says, Our Wives Under the Sea is the debut novel from the critically acclaimed author of Slow. It's a story of falling in love, loss, grief, and what life there is in the deep, deep sea. Interesting. And this is also a really short one, too. So this one was one I knew I immediately wanted because of the cover, like I said. And yeah, this is another one that I personally asked for. I think this particular cover might be, like, harder to find. I know that the other cover is, like, a pinkish type of something. But yeah, that's one I'm really excited to read, and I'm hoping to get to that again in the early 2023 year. Next up, we have a manga, and that is Black Paradox by Junji Ito. This one, I haven't read anything by this author, but I was super intrigued by this. Look at that artwork. Oh, so cool. This one just had me super intrigued. It says, 4 people intent on killing themselves meet through the suicide website Black Paradox. Maruso, a nurse who despairs about the future. Taburo, a man who is tortured by his doppelganger. And Paitan, an engineer with his own robot clone. And Barachi, a woman who agonizes about the birthmark on her face. They wander together in search of the perfect death, fatefully opening a door that leads them to a rather bizarre destiny. So that sounds super intriguing. I just love his artwork so much. So there you have this one. This one is from my mother-in-law. So thank you, Mama B. I don't know if she's watching or not. Next up we have Night Bitch by Rachel Yoder. This cover is so cool. I wasn't a big fan of the hardcover. I stumbled across this one, or this cover particularly, on Amazon, and I was like, okay, now I want to read that book. I was intrigued by the book when I first had heard about it, but seeing this cover, I was like, I want that, and so now I need to read it because I asked for it. So this one says, one day the mother was a mother, but then one night she was quite suddenly something else. At home full-time with her 2-year-old son, an artist finds she is struggling. She is lonely and exhausted. Her husband, always traveling for work, calls her from faraway hotel rooms. One more toddler bedtime, and she fears she might lose her mind. Instead, she starts gaining things, surprising things that happen one night when her child will not sleep. New appetites, new instincts, and from deep within herself, a new voice. How good does that sound? I'm intrigued by it. So there you have Night Bitch by Rachel Yoder. This one is also horror, by the way. And I don't know if that one was in the top 20 on Goodreads. I can't totally remember, but that's one I'm definitely interested in. Now, a couple other ones. I have Lucky Girl by M. Rickert. I like this cover, too. I think this is like a Krampus horror novella. Yeah, a Krampus story. Would you look at that? So I'm not going to read the back. Honestly, this one I probably won't read now until next Christmas season. But it's nice to have. And this one's like really, really short. Like definitely under 100 pages, I feel like. So I'm excited about that. That one was just a little mini book. Next up, we have The Dangers of Smoking in Bed by Mariana Enriquez. This one says, welcome to Buenos Aires, a place of nightmares and twisted imaginings, where missing children come back from the dead and unearthed bones carry terrible curses. Thrumming with murderous intentions, family betrayals, and morbid desires, these stories shine a light on a violent city gripped by urban madness. Cool. I can't wait. So is this a short story collection? It is. I didn't even realize that. This is also one that I personally asked for. Totally a cover buy, and I've actually heard good reviews for this one too. This one also has a different cover that I know is more like popular. You might recognize the other one, but this cover was the one for me. Again, that purple, why not? So I think that's it for the thriller horror books. So now let's get into some literary fiction titles. I wanted to save these for the end because I know not everyone will be interested in these, but I still wanted to include them because I'm very grateful for all the books that I received for Christmas. So first up we have Acts of Service, and this one is by Lillian Fishman. This one was from, I don't remember. I think it might have been my mother-in-law. In the way that only great fiction can, Acts of Service takes between its teeth the contradictions written all over our ideas of sex and sexuality. At once juicy and intellectually challenging, sacred and profane, Lillian Fishman's riveting debut is bold, unabashed, and a required reading of the most pleasurable soft. So this one I've heard very mixed reviews about. Again, this cover, I think people would probably recognize this more from the other cover that, I don't know, has been going around. But this is one that I'll probably give a try. I don't read literary fiction often, but it's not something I'm totally opposed to. So there you have Acts of Service by Lillian Fishman. Next up, we have New Animal by Ella Baxter, a pink book. Nice. I actually have a book cart that is dedicated to like literary fiction, memoirs, nonfiction, stuff like that, because I don't know where to really shelf that within all of the thriller and horror books. So we actually have a spot where we keep books like this. So this one says, hilarious and heartfelt, New Animal reveals hard-won truths as Amelia struggles to find her place in the world without her mother, with the help of her two well-intentioned fathers and adventures at the Kink Club. All right. This one is actually very short, so I'm excited about this one too. And if nothing else, it'll look great on a book cart because the spine is super cute. So there's that. Next up, we have Girls of a Certain Age by Maria Edelman. This cover is fun. Nice spine, too. Let's see. This is a story collection. A dazzling, darkly playful debut collection about the many impossible choices that accompany 21st century femaleness. Wow, all of these are, like, interesting. Okay, ranging in style from the magical to the terrifying to the calm tones of a self-help manual, Girls of a Certain Age captures the spectrum of strategies we apply to the pain of life, strategies that we persist in pretending might actually work. So, again, this is a really cool cover. This is definitely something that I would give a try. And again, it would look great in a book cart. So, for that reason, I am in. Next up, we have Outline by Rachel Cusk. This is one I haven't heard a whole lot about, but I'll definitely give a try. Outline is a novel in 10 conversations, spare and lucid. It follows a novelist teaching a course in creative writing over an oppressively hot summer in Athens. She leads her student in storytelling exercises. She meets other writers for dinner. She goes swimming in the sea with her seatmate from the plane. The people she encounters speak volubly about themselves, their fantasies, anxieties, pet theories, regrets, and longings. And through these disclosures, a portrait of the narrator is drawn by contrast, a portrait of a woman learning to face a great loss. Apparently I can't read today because that was a lot. So there you have Outline by Rachel Cusk. I would say out of the 4 literary fiction I just talked about, that one's probably the one I'm least interested in. I would say Acts of Service and Girls of a Certain Age are the ones that I'm most intrigued by. But that is it. Oh, I did have one super wild card that I wanted to talk about briefly because it is technically a book, but it's not anything that I'm actually gonna like read. And it's a cookbook, and it's Castle Rock Kitchen. And this is by Teresa Carl Sanders. So if you didn't know, this is a cookbook dedicated to like Stephen King recipes. So basically you'll get like, here you go, garlic fries. Here's a recipe. And then at the top, it'll reference one of Stephen King's books and where the recipe was inspired from and which novel. And I thought that that was really cool. This is something that we also asked for, even if it's just like decor or something in Zach's library. But we'll probably try and make some. Yeah, this is like the total wild card, but I don't ever talk about cookbooks on my channel, so that was a little bit weird, but I wanted to share it anyway. So let me know some books that you maybe got for Christmas or some books that are on your wish list, and I will talk to you in the next video. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to like this video if you like book hauls, and don't forget to subscribe because, again, I would love to have you join this community. And I think that's it for me today, so I will see you in the next one. Bye!